Chapter 3. Forced to a blind date. The overwhelming fear still lingered, and On Tuyet had etched the kindness of that man deep into her heart. If he hadn't appeared in time, she dared not imagine what other horrors awaited her after leaving Delhi restaurant. Was it merely a random robbery, or a deliberate attack by someone with sinister intentions? She didn't dare dwell on it further. That family out there, her venomous cousin and her uncle and aunt who never treated her as kin, what was the point of staying in this house any longer? That night, she began planning her future. The next morning, as On Tuyet finished her makeup and prepared to leave for a job interview, Tanchi called her back. Tuyet, you must go on this blind date. His deep, authoritative voice carried an unyielding command. Uncle, I'm not going. I have an important interview today. I don't want to marry early, I want to work. On Tuyet pleaded, looking at Tanchi with near desperation. His stern, menacing demeanor was terrifying, forcing her to lower her voice. Since childhood, whenever she disobeyed, her uncle and aunt would beat her until she complied. She knew the consequences of defying him all too well. You're going today whether you like it or not. What's the point of working for a few $1,000? It's not even enough for your monthly cosmetics. Tanchi coldly eyed his niece, her flawless makeup hiding any imperfections, thinking to himself that her looks could fetch a good price. Uncle, please, I'll go another day. I have to attend this interview today. On Tuyet stood firm. Does our family not provide for you? Why are you so insistent on working? A woman's best path is marrying well. You will go on this blind date today. Marrying well? On Tuyet gave her uncle a cold, bitter smile. Since she came of age, this man had relentlessly pushed her into blind dates with crude, newly rich, overweight men, often with some flaw or another. They calculated every move, unwilling to support her a single day without profit, eager to knock her out and sell her off to those vulgar tycoons as a bride. On Tuyet, if you dare remove your makeup to scare someone off again, you'll never find a husband in this lifetime. Lam, who had appeared unnoticed, warned her venomously. On Tuyet's face flushed with anger at her aunt's words, but she couldn't retort. Indeed, thanks to her cousin yesterday, the entire circle now knew her as a hideous monster. No one would pursue her anymore, let alone marry her. On Tuyet turned to flee, but Tanchi grabbed her hair, yanking her back. You little brat, where do you think you're running? I'm telling you to go on a blind date, not to sell your body. Lam nagged incessantly. The searing pain in her scalp pierced her heart, and On Tuyet gave up struggling. She returned to her room, swapped her office attire for a long navy blue dress, and boarded the taxi her uncle had arranged, heading to an elegant cafe. On Tuyet chose a seat by the window, her heart restless as she watched the entrance, plotting how to sabotage this blind date. What kind of creep would it be this time? A fat, newly rich mogul or a balding middle-aged man? As she sat anxiously, a tall figure loomed over her. Lifting her head, she saw that familiar, strikingly handsome face, the one that had haunted her thoughts all night. It was, unbelievably, the man who saved her the previous night. Dressed in a sharp suit, he looked formal, as if he took this blind date seriously. On Tuyet stared at him in disbelief, her voice tinged with surprise. Why is it you? Today, he seemed less cold than the night before, speaking in a warm tone. Hello, Miss On. We meet again. I'm Kanta. His ordinary words, delivered in that captivating voice, were music to her ears. His bold, sword-like brows, bright and piercing eyes, and face like a work of art made him stand out in any crowd. Hello, Mr. Kanta. On Tuyet steadied herself, extending her hand to grasp his large, warm one. The person you were supposed to meet isn't me. I've already sent him away. Kanta said bluntly. "Oh? Why? Why are you helping me? How did you end up here? Are you following me?" On Tuyet fired off questions, her bright eyes blinking rapidly. Kanta studied the made-up woman before him, a stark contrast to the disheveled girl from last night. Her delicate features were refined yet understated, exuding a gentle, comforting charm. The makeup hid her scar but couldn't mask her pure, sweet aura. "Miss On, please review this agreement first." He pulled a set of A4 documents from his black briefcase and slid them toward her. On Tuyet flipped through the pages in confusion. When she read the black text on white paper, her mouth dropped open wide enough to fit an egg. Kanta had given her a fake marriage contract. The agreement outlined the benefits she'd receive and the obligations she'd undertake after entering a sham marriage with him. He sought her out for marriage to secure a marital status that would ease his inheritance claim, while the greatest benefit for her would be taking his name, living under his protection, and never facing harassment again. The agreement also revealed that the thug who attacked her was hired by Gyai. That vicious woman not only wanted to ensure On Tuyet could never hold her head high but also aimed to destroy her purity. On Tuyet's small hands trembled as she held the document, her clear eyes brimming with anger and sorrow ready to erupt. Seeing her pale, pained face, a flicker of sympathy flashed in his eyes. He gently took her small hand, saying softly, "If you want revenge, I can help you moving forward." The man across from her was a stranger, yet his sudden hand-holding crossed a social boundary. Still, the warmth of his touch didn't stir any discomfort or resistance in her. On Tuyet lowered her head, gazing at his large hand enveloping hers, feeling an inexplicable warmth. Raising her teary eyes to meet his cold gaze, she gave a cryptic smile and said, "Why should I trust you?" On Tuyet slowly withdrew her hand from his. Kanta smiled faintly and continued, "Because someone entrusted me to take good care of you." This episode of our story concludes here. To follow the story from the flash wedding to sweet love, please visit the Sun Pink Audio channel to listen and support us.